I'm sure most of you, at least once a month, send a message to your friends that sounds like this. I've done nothing all week, just scrolling through TikTok. That's it. Starting next week, I'm turning my life around. I'll work out, grow as a person, and build my business. Or maybe something like, man, I've got this amazing idea. I'm going to start a YouTube channel, make $100,000, and help my family. I'm so tired of being broke. We're used to the idea that as soon as we feel motivated, we want to tell everyone about it, as if saying it out loud will prove that our lives will never be the same again. But today, we're going to explore how to move in silence and re-emerge as a new person. We'll learn how to maintain motivation over the long haul and why you'll never achieve anything if you spend too much time talking instead of acting. Life feels like this. When we're at a low point, we don't want to share anything with others. But when we're at our peak, we become hyperactive and can't stop bragging about how great things are going. But let's think about what happens when you start sharing your plans with everyone. Your dopamine levels rise, the same hormone that creates the anticipation of something exciting. And here's the problem. This approach kills any momentum you might have had. Stop overthinking. It's harmful. Understand this. At some point, everything grinds to a halt because your brain becomes tolerant to those feelings. For your brain, there's no difference between actually achieving something and just sitting in your kitchen for 2 hours at night, giving yourself a motivational speech about how successful you're going to be. Now you understand why sudden bursts of motivation fade so quickly, leaving you with apathy and the urge to scroll endlessly. The same thing happens when you start telling everyone about your brilliant new business idea. Often, this also invites envy, criticism, and misunderstanding from others. And if you're sharing 20 ideas a week, you'll likely hear comments like, "Yeah, right. You've said that 100 times before. You'll give up tomorrow anyway." This breaks the cycle twice. First, by killing your motivation, and second, by reinforcing unhealthy self-doubt through criticism. Let's fix this. Your first problem is that you overthink. You've probably made it a habit to imagine scenarios for your life and mentally play them out to the very end. You only need a few factors to decide if something is worth your effort, right? But often, overanalyzing is unnecessary because 99% of those scenarios will never happen. When you realize that something could be profitable or meaningful to you, stop overthinking and start doing. When you take action, there are only two outcomes: success or experience. But if you only think and dream, there's just one outcome: depression and exhaustion. Many people, myself included, struggle to take that first step. I get it. Perfectionism kills the desire to do anything. When I started YouTube, and trust me, this isn't my first channel, I had no skills. Seeing the polished work of others made me feel like we were on different planets. It's easy to lose motivation when you're comparing your starting point to someone else's peak. Now add TikTok's short-form content, where everyone seems 100 times more successful than you and living the life of your dreams. Your only choice is to eliminate distractions. Limit entertainment to an hour a day and spend the rest of your time quietly working on your goals without sharing or telling anyone. This emotional discipline helps you sustain motivation longer. Trust me, it's much better to come back and show people what you've accomplished than to talk endlessly about your plans. And remember, even if things aren't going perfectly right now, you'll improve over time. You'll learn new things, hone your skills, and maybe even upgrade your tools or equipment. Think about yourself a year ago. You've probably gotten better since then. Time can be your best friend or your worst enemy. The sooner you start, the more grateful you'll be later. Just allow yourself to dedicate time to your new pursuit, even if it feels unproductive at first. Most people quit during the valley of death, that stage where doubts and challenges overwhelm them, but those who push through become the 1% you admire. Set aside 1 month to focus entirely on one task. Track your progress at the start, the middle, and the end. The results may feel small, but remember, how long have you been dreaming of changing your life? A few years? More? A single month is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Keep going, knowing that progress isn't linear. For example, I might spend a month creating short-form videos every day, learning editing techniques and crafting engaging stories. By the end of the month, I might gain only 100 subscribers. Many people think, if I grow by just 100 subscribers a month, I'll only have 1,200 in a year. That's not enough. But what if, next month, you create one viral video that brings you 100,000 subscribers? This applies to any field. You might land a massive client or sell your product in bulk. Your work has a compounding effect. The more you do, the closer you get to living your dream life. So pick a skill today and start working on it tomorrow. Don't tell anyone, not even your closest friends. Save your energy for yourself. Work in silence, regardless of success or failure. At the end of the month, come back and share your results. Just imagine their reaction.